To me, it's not like the Bulls won one year and then the Knicks won and then the Bulls won and then like the Pacers won, and represented the East in the finals. No, they went when Jordan was playing and they were in that 6 years. You can just say 6 straight years. We won't use the other 2 because Jordan didn't play. Houston won, so they won. Information Man also said the NBA is watered down today. I will not argue that as well. But I just think the end result was no one had anybody beating the Bulls. So regardless if they were better or weaker or anything, nobody had them beating the Bulls. Just like no one had Boston probably at this point, but no one has anyone beating the Cavs. It's the same thing. So whether you're weak or not, if you're stronger, but you're still going to lose to the Bulls, what does it matter if you're a stronger team than the teams now? If you're still looked at as you're going to lose to Michael Jordan. So to me, I just look at it as like I don't look at the Eastern Conference and say, well, they got it. They just got it easy, easier, I should say, Information Man said, you had real big men in the middle in those days. Yeah, but the game has changed. I know I'm coming in a little bit on your conversation with Big L, but, and you can hand check. Yes, Information Man is absolutely right. You could hand check the mess out of somebody. I'm talking about ain't nobody getting in the paint if you can use that hand check, but yeah, the game has changed. The game is different. DC Greatest from South Central said, hard to watch the NBA when the players shoot threes every play down court. That's where we at now. It's all about, the long ball. Chicks dig the long ball. They dig the three, But we'll move off of that and we'll move back into a little bit of a review for 2017. And you're listening to the Wait a Minute Show with your man, Jelani J.B. Bodie, and my co-host, Lopan. Indeed. And I did mention earlier, but I'll mention again, the new fantasy football champion, Jelani J.B. Bodie. But we're going to get into now a flashback through 2017, and then we'll finish this thing strong. But before we do that, we're going to take another break, and then we'll come back and we talk about the machine versus the machine. Did that make sense? We'll clear it all up when we come back.
All music artists, lend me your ear. Looking for that hot beat to make your next hit? Go to FaroJaroMusic.com. Tired of paying for overpriced studio time for mediocre beats? Go to FaroJaroMusic.com. FaroJaroMusic.com offers industry quality hip-hop, trap, R&B, and pop beats that will take your creativity to the next level. We know it's hard to find dope beats out there, so don't waste any more time searching YouTube or whack beat-selling websites. Go to FaroJaroMusic.com today to cop the beat for your next hit. Mixing and mastering services available too. Once again, go to FaroJaroMusic.com. That's FaroJaroMusic.com for the hottest beats in the game.
This is number one Chief Rocker Jersey Vern on a Recap Monday doing his recap show. We're going to talk about sports, entertainment. We're going to have call interviews, on the spot calls. This is just a show that will bring nothing but passion and joy and understanding to all the listeners on the Two Live Stews radio platform. The number one Chief Rocker Jersey Vern.
This is Key C from the
Kicking It With Key C show.
On the newly rebranded Two Live Stews Radio Network. We will continue to bring you the hottest, most interesting guests and commentary in the areas of social, politics, culture, music, and more. Continue to tune in.
X gon' give it to you. He's the brain of operations.
I'm telling you right now, book it.
And him, he's along for the ride. But together, they bring you sports like you've never heard before. The Wait a Minute Show, a new way of discussing today's trending sports topics. And now, back to the show with your host, Jolani J.B. Bodie.
Yeah, you are back. And before we go into the next topic and finish this thing strong, you heard one of the commercial breaks about my man Faro Jaro, FaroJaro.com, about this, FaroJaroMusic.com, I should say, about, getting beats and all this stuff. But I want to make sure people say they love the drops on here and, some of the music that I have. All of this is by my man Faro Jaro. That is my producer who does all my drops, all my beats and everything. And if you don't know, now you know. In the ATL, my man Faro Jaro got a song that he produced out there with Rodman called Ain't No Tellin'. It is playing on the airwaves now on I keep saying V, on 107.9. And you can go to YouTube and also listen to the song. So show my man some love, Faro Jaro. And if you're a music artist and you need some, hot beats in your life, FaroJaroMusic.com, man. Check it out. He got all his stuff up there, and he works with people. He do studios and all that stuff. So I just want to send some love to my man who making moves out there on the radio with his music. So Ain't No Tellin' by Rodman, Rodmaine. And we'll move on. So before I was saying machine versus the machine. So what I meant on that, and another, 2017 moment that I think all of us will remember, is the NFL versus Donald Trump. Yes, that was something this year. Donald Trump, he's always making news. He's always, he's the president. So, people are going to listen when he talks. People listened to him when he wasn't the president, but they definitely listen to him now. He's the president. So, this whole thing that Trump got involved with because of the national anthem just took, it grew legs and it grew calves and thigh muscles and gluteus maximuses and all this stuff. And it just took off to where it was, he talking about people being fired, he telling the owners what they should do. The owners like, look, you're not going to tell me, what I'm going to do. And it just got out of hand. And we were talking about earlier, and Angry Black Man brought up about, Colin Kaepernick being blackballed and all this stuff. To me, it got away from the message again. It got away from the message. And what we did was that we started choosing sides instead of having a discussion. There's nothing that's going to get solved if you start choosing a side and you say, I'm going to be over here and I'm going to be over there, And I'm glad it died down. I'm glad, that's not the topic every week, because I got tired of, every day it was like, well, what did he tweet? What did he do this? Who did he tell, what, and all that stuff. We are going to get back to football. I mean, it's inevitable. It's going to happen, but you just don't want that to be your lasting, memory of this whole thing. Now, the NFL is, saying that they're working with the players. They're going to start putting in, hopefully, maybe like a month of awareness and working in communities and everything and making this a focal point. So that is the end that you want, is that the two are talking sides, which I mean the owners and the NFL. The owners and the players, and they are coming to a resolution, So NFL and Trump, man, that was just crazy. I mean, it got people hot. People stopped watching, football. I mean, on both sides. People that were supporting Kaepernick, people that were supporting the owners, people supporting Trump. Everybody had a reason why they weren't watching football. So that, will stick out, in 2017. Another thing, that I'll talk about real quick was the comment Bob McNair made. That actually took some waves too, where he talking about prisoners running the inmates running the prison. We know how that rolled. That didn't go over too well at all, and he came out real quick to fix that situation. So another thing, and that in 2017, now we've talked about this in other years, but definitely as of late as well. But what is a catch in the NFL? What is a freaking catch? We had, and it just so happened it includes, maybe not just so happened, but it includes the Patriots. It seems like in almost all of them. But, earlier we had the Jets with Austin Seferian-Jenkins. It's a catch. It's a touchdown. Wait, no, what do you mean? He caught the ball, crossed the, goal line. What are you talking about? Then we had the Buffalo Bills just this past week with, what's my man name? Kelvin Benjamin. It looked like he got both feet down, and they were saying, well, he didn't, secure the ball or drag it through the process and all this stuff. And then, of course, last week, the one that, everyone was talking about, which was the Pats versus the Steelers, was tight end Jesse James, where he caught the ball, he turned, reached over the goal line, the ball did hit the ground, and it moved, and his left hand came off the ball, and they reversed the touchdown call and said he did not survive the catch. What? Now, by rule, yes, I have said this. By rule, I have explained this to people. By rule, that is correct. But the rule is so broad because they are giving so many different explanations of why it's not a catch. You out here saying brothers didn't survive the catch? Like, what do you mean they didn't survive the catch? I mean, did they get shot? Did they get hit over the back of the head or something? I mean, what do you mean they didn't survive the catch? I just don't get it. I don't know what a catch is. And they are going to have to address this and get a more sound definition of what a catch is. Because it's not being explained the same way. There are other, instances that have happened this year as well, and it's just like you are robbing people, one, of maybe bonuses or whatever that they may get, but also possibly wins. The Jets, they were in that game against the Patriots. The Steelers, we had thought they won the game. It did what they needed to win to beat the Patriots. And that all got changed around. And then it's just so funny that turns into now everybody's saying, who fault is it in Pittsburgh, for being throwing that interception? So a catch, I don't know. I don't know what a catch is. I've never seen it, unless you catch it and you just run into the end zone and nobody touches you. That's the only thing that I'm going to count as a catch. Because anything else it's up to the eye of the beholder. Just don't know. Vince Wright even said, a catch is not a catch anymore. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just, and I don't know if they need to do a better explanation of explaining it to the coaches or because when they do these things and they talk to the replay officials like Dean Blandino, and other guys like Mike Pereira and everything, they explain it, and it's like you're speaking a different language. So, like, why can't we just simplify it? Just make it simple, very simple, But I guess that's just too much to ask.